Long story short, how did this even become possible? In 1896, the French chemist Antoine-Henri Becquerel investigated Roentgen's work. He wrapped the potassium auranyl sulfate, along with the photographic plates, in an opaque box. And boom, the next day the photographic plates were completely exposed. To say that Becquerel was surprised would be an understatement, because bright light is required to illuminate the plates, which of course, was not in the dark box. By adding 2 plus 2, he came to the conclusion that the radiation came from the uranium itself. So, humanity learned about radiation, and everything started. In 1899, Ernest Rutherford discovered alpha, beta, and gamma rays. In 1903, Rutherford and Frederick Soddy published the law of radioactive decay. In 1921, Otto Hahn discovered nuclear asymmetry. In 1932, James Chadwick discovered the neutron, and Carl Anderson discovered the positron. In 1934, Frédéric Curie discovered artificial radioactivity, and Enrico Fermi developed a neutron moderation technique. Up to this point, the study of radioactivity had been amused only by scientists and geeks. Everything changed in 1938 when Otto Hahn, Fritz Strassmann, and Lise Meitner discovered the fission of the uranium nucleus. The history of the development of nuclear weapons begins with this event. In the spring of 1941, Fermi completed the development of the theory of a nuclear chain reaction. In June 1942, Fermi and Anderson, in the course of experiments, obtained a neutron multiplication factor of more than 1. This paved the way for the creation of a nuclear reactor. What happened after that? Never believe. Less than half a year later, on December 2, 1942, the world's first nuclear reactor went into operation in the United States. Hooray! A source of infinite, almost free energy has been found. You can stop and enjoy the triumph of science. But no, the reactor is good. But the reactor is not able to kill a couple of million people. But they can. Meet the atomic bombs. A little boy and a fat man. They were the result of the Manhattan Project. It is a code name for the United States Nuclear Weapons Development Program. They are responsible for these shots in August 1945. As a result of the bombing of the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, 130,000 people instantly died. And what about the USSR? By 1949, the USSR already had its own atomic bomb, RDS-1. This year, a real nuclear race begins between the two countries. The guys begin the game who can destroy humanity more times. In late January, early February 1951, the United States opened a nuclear test site in Nevada and carried out Operation Ranger there, with 5 nuclear explosions. Then, there were Operations Greenhouse and Buster Jungle. And the USSR, on September 14, 1954, had in military exercises with the use of nuclear weapons at the Tots training ground in the Orenburg region. In October 1961, the USSR tested the Tsar bomb, the most powerful nuclear weapon in history. It got to the point that in the 1980s, there were about 40,000 nuclear warheads in the USSR and 32,000 in the United States. Bravo USSR, a well-deserved victory. Realizing the absurdity of the situation and having calculated the maintenance costs, countries are gradually beginning to reduce their nuclear potentials. The United States now owns 5,800 warheads and 6,400 in Russia. There were other lovers of nuclear and explosive things. Great Britain, France, China, India, Israel, Pakistan, and more recently, North Korea. Well, let's hope that we will never witness the use of nuclear weapons, and all these missiles will remain just numbers on paper. Thanks for watching this video. If you like it, please like and subscribe to our channel. Furthermore interesting. See you.